I mentioned plant medicines a few times, and it's something we've been on both on journeys with the last couple of years. For people that maybe don't know much about it, maybe you could talk about what it is and what's the state of that now that we can't travel. And
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have my camp booked in Soltara for November, but right now, I mean, everything's up in the air. Who knows? That's the thing, man. That's what's stressful for a lot of people, right? You don't know. You can't even plan. I mean, I've got a business. How can you plan your business when you don't know what's coming or what's around the corner? Anyway, I'm digressing. I should be there in November. So it's plant medicines, what they are, there's various different plant medicines. Um, I believe it's a way for nature or the universe or whatever you want to call it to communicate with us and help us on a spiritual, psychological, and even sometimes on a physical level. And the experiences I've had with my ayahuasca camp, I mean, I've had 3 camps there with a maximum of 20 people. You know how it is there. So all these people now are a family. They're all keeping on touch. We've got WhatsApp groups and everything like that. So they're a family and they're supporting each other and they're sharing information with each other. So it's like a little community. But I think I mean, I don't go to therapy. I don't know. Some people think it's useful. I tried a couple of times way back and I don't think it really gelled with me. But this is like, for me, this is the deepest, most useful kind of therapy you could have, man. And that's like, a lot of people have said that to me. They're like, man, I've been in therapy for 10 years. This one night has done way more than that 10 years. So it's a way to deal with your hidden shit. You know, we got in the boxes, in the subconscious that we'd hidden away. Oh, we didn't hide them away. Often traumatic things are hidden away because we can't deal with them all the time. But at some point they need to be processed. And some things in my life, which I knew were traumatic, I mean, logically, intellectually, I know that. Of course that was traumatic. Your father died or this happened, it's traumatic. Yeah, I know that. But I saw those things from a much deeper level and how they still affected me, even though I acknowledge them. So it's a kind of a therapy, spiritually and mentally. And I'm happy now that, I mean, money is being put into research now. Dr. Nutt has been on your show.
Yeah.
So he's doing research on different psychedelics and how they work and how they could be beneficial for people, maybe with PTSD and depression and all these anxiety, these modern diseases that a lot of us are dealing with. And the same thing with cannabis. Now that it's become legal in the US and more money is going into it, now we're looking at what balance of cannabinoids would be best for this ailment or this disease and for this one, and what would be best for children with seizures and all different kind of things like that. Whereas before, you know, people like myself, we're just shooting in the dark. I had cannabis oil. My friends made cannabis oil, and I've had friends that have cured their cancer with it without going down the conventional route. And then I had a friend that was very dear to me, and we couldn't help her. She passed away. So we need to see how best to exactly use this. And the research is going into that. Money's going into that now. So I think plant medicines could be the future of treating ourselves and keeping in harmony with nature. They're from nature, and our body's from nature. So surely that's the best way to go. Not to say I'm anti-pharmaceuticals, I'm not black and white like that. Some pharmaceuticals in certain situations could be useful, but not the way we're using them now, not to the extent they're being used now. They're not helpful, they're damaging people. Actually, in the States where cannabis became legal, there was a big drop in opiate use and opiate deaths, because people were able to get pain relief from something that is not going to kill you. You know, you take too much opiates, it suppresses your respiration and you're going to die. You can't ever die from cannabis. You might giggle too much. You might eat too many Doritos, and you can feel uncomfortable and paranoid for sure. And I don't particularly think it's a good idea for young people with developing brain to be smoking too much. Probably, I don't know if there's evidence 100% either way on that. There's contradictory opinions and studies on that. But for sure, it ain't going to kill you.
Yeah, you've always been talking about cannabis oil to me way before anybody was talking about it. And yeah, I actually, Dorian, I think we're going to need a lot of ayahuasca ceremonies to help people overcome a lot of this trauma that they're going through now. And I think it'll be fascinating to see.
I'd love to get something in Europe, but it's kind of a gray area legally.
Yeah.
And you also, part of a real ayahuasca ceremony, as you know yourself, is the shamans that are there. I mean, you could get some ayahuasca maybe and sit there and drink it, but it's not going to be the same experience. So, these guys come from Peru, so you've got to get shamans from Peru, and you've got to make sure you're legal and everything like that. But this is kind of the route that I see myself going down, hopefully at some point in the future, where I'm helping people with plant medicines, with everything I've learned myself, helping myself. That's helped me, with the exercise, with meditation, and trying to treat people naturally. That is my vision for the future, and whether it'll be here or somewhere else, I don't know. But that's where I want to be. I'm working on a line now with my nutrition line, which is more in tune with where I am now as well. So that's the path I'm going down, and I just want to help people. I want to help. I want to spread out the love, man, and spread out the vibe any way I can. That's why I'm here right now. And I do believe we all signed up for this at some point. Yeah. The people that are here now and the people that are fighting this fight are signed up for this, and we're meant to be here, and it's fucking tough sometimes, but we are where we are because we have that warrior spirit. We're not going around chopping heads off anymore, but we got that spirit, and that's what's required. And the soldier got to keep himself in shape, got to keep fit. So keep yourself fit physically, mentally, and spiritually. And let's get together, man. Let's do this fucking meditation, because 1 + 1 in spiritual terms is not 2, it's 11. So all those numbers add up. And I believe we can have an effect with that. And keep the guests coming, man. Keep them coming, and let's try and get the information out there as best as we can.